The results announced on the same day gold reached a record $3,000 an ounce. Let's bring in Randy Smallwood, President and CEO of Wheaton Precious Metals. Randy, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
With gold at record prices, you're in a good spot. Sales are up year over year, but net earnings are down. Is that because of acquisitions?
Yeah, I mean it's building in. We also took a bit of a write down on one of our cobalt asset, the one cobalt asset we have, and so all of that sort of adds up. But we're in a great position overall. We did have a lot of. Our fourth quarter was a really big year, and so we had quite a bump in production. That takes a while for it to make it through the balance sheet. So I can tell you the first quarter is looking really strong.
Got it. All right. You're producing more, as we mentioned, gold, 14% compared to the fourth quarter of last year, but you forecast a 40% jump in 4 years. So what is that based on?
Well, we've got not only organic growth in some of our existing operations that's going to contribute to that, but over the next 5 years, we have 9 new mines coming on and adding to the current 18 that delivered metal to us during 2024. And what's perhaps even more exciting is that we're one of the few companies that's confident enough to give 10-year guidance. And if you look at our 10-year guidance, it actually climbs 50 to 60%. We should be up around the 950,000 ounce per year, gold equivalent ounces per year of production. And so we've got 6 to 7 years of good, strong, solid growth in our portfolio, and really exciting times, especially with commodity price trends. I don't think we can be better positioned to take advantage of that and deliver value back to all of our stakeholders, including, of course, our shareholders.
I was going to ask you, when you look forward at the revenue for gold, from gold, what price do you use? What price do you work with, considering we saw it hit that 3,000 mark earlier today?
Well, I'm incredibly bullish about where I think gold's going to go. But when it comes to making investment decisions with our shareholders' capital, we take a conservative approach. We do back off. We never pay a spot price when it comes to making acquisitions, but it's pretty easy to get excited. The one advantage of our streaming business model is the fact that our costs are defined, our costs are fixed. And so when it comes to forecasting forward revenues, the only real variable is, first off, the amount of gold we produce, but also the spot price. And the spot price is by far the biggest factor in terms of impacting that. And so it's pretty easy to get very excited about the future.
So, Randy, which mines are your most profitable for gold?
Well, obviously, Vale Base Metals operates the Salobo mine in northern Brazil. It is our flagship operation. It outperformed. We had record gold production from it during the fourth quarter. The team there has got the third phase of expansion up and running, and they're now exploring yet another phase of expansion at that mine. It is one of the most high-margin mines, copper and gold mines. We get gold from it, but it's a copper mine primarily in the world. And so, it's still got plenty of potential to even grow beyond what it's delivering to us now. We've got a number of other assets, Antamina in Peru, which is a joint venture with a number of different ones, Peñasquito, of course, in Mexico with Newmont. And so, but, by far and away, Salobo is our most important asset and delivering very well for us. You're
also looking into new technology and investing there, some that can reduce energy use in mining. Tell me about that.
Well, we're part of a broader mining industry that needs to produce more and leave less of a footprint behind it. We have to constantly strive to do that and deliver that to society. And to be honest, we probably have an incredible opportunity in today's world with the new respect for critical minerals and the fact that society, I think, has probably grown more appreciative of what we actually deliver to society. And so we need to find ways to do it better. And quite literally, the Future of Mining Challenge that we just finished off, an incredible success, a $1 million US prize, outright prize, not an equity investment or anything like that. It's cash for them to help advance their technology. And so Rethink Milling's got some great ideas about how to improve milling efficiencies by 30 to 40% in terms of costs. And the impacts that can have downstream in the mining industry are again, very exciting. So anything we can do to help the broader industry. Can you give us a sort of a broad stroke idea of what they're doing? Well, it comes down to, one of the challenges in the mining industry, I don't want to get too technical here, but one of the biggest challenges is taking rock and making it into dust so that you can actually extract the minerals out of that dust. And the cost, it's one of the biggest cost centers of mining, is taking solid rock and breaking it down into a powder that allows you to then recover those minerals. They have two different approaches that will dramatically reduce the cost of breaking it down to the powder. It's called comminution is the technical term, and we can see 30 to 40% energy savings, and all of that can also translate into increased productivity. So it's pretty exciting technology.
You have 9 other assets that you're looking to have produced eventually. I'm just wondering what the focus will be for the rest of this year.
Well, we've got 4 mines coming on this year. Artemis at the Blackwater mine has already poured their first gold. B2 Gold at Goose is close to pouring their first gold. The Mineral Park project in Arizona. And then, of course, Platte Reef. Robert Friedland and the team at Ivanhoe are very close to seeing first production from a mine that I think is going to entirely reset the platinum palladium market. And so we're really excited to be a part of that asset, too. We, of course, get a gold byproduct from that mine, plus a little bit of platinum and palladium. But, what I see is increased gold and silver production. I'm excited about where I think prices are trending. We don't see any weakness in commodity prices in gold. I'm particularly excited about the fact that we have over 30% of our revenue coming from silver, because I really do think silver is poised to outperform. The demand is there. We've just got to, as retail investors start waking up to precious metals in the Western world, silver will catch that wave. And so it's an incredibly exciting year. As you mentioned, a bunch of records. We're going to have a bunch of records every year for the next 5 or 6 years as we continue to deliver on all these growth projects.
We'll check in with you as the time goes by. Randy Smallwood is President and CEO of Wheaton Precious